Hello and welcome to the garage. Yes, we are here once again. Today I am retesting the Maxxis modern spare wheel on the back right wheel of my Model Y. Yes, this is a Model Y, not a Model 3. They're very similar, but the software is somewhat different. To my knowledge, the Model Y does not have traction control that can be turned off. Unlike the Model 3, the Model 3's traction control apparently can be turned off, but in the Model Y, I do not believe that's the case. So today we're going to take this wheel off the Model Y, we're putting the Maxxis spare back on, we're going to rerun the test. I will turn off traction control according to the instructions by turning on slip start. I don't believe that'll work, but we're going to give it a shot. So let's get to it. Okay, I've got the jack under it, and I've jacked up the car, so let's get this wheel off here. I used the breaker bar and broke these nuts loose. Spin them off here by hand. Gonna wear out these studs. Keep doing this. No, just kidding. Okay. The lug nuts are tight. We're going to lower it slightly until it just sits on the ground. I'm going to take our torque wrench. Okay, we are torqued and now ready for our test. Before I do that, I'm going to go get the FLIR and we're going to take a look at the brake temperature. We'll take a look here. You can see the rotor is here. It's the shiny part. Get my hand out of the way. And you can actually see the reflection of the heat coming off my finger in the reflective surface of the rotor. So let's put the reticule on there. And it looks like 27.5 degrees. Not hot. Just for GP, general principles, let's look at the caliper itself. It's 28.6. All right, well, let's head on down the road here. Uh-oh. Did you hear that noise? You hear that? That's the first indication that I get here with when this thing does weird. Okay, now it's doing the same old weird thing. I'm driving down the driveway and it's in some kind of cruise control. It's not indicated, but it's pushing along and I've got to now hit the brakes or I'll just keep right on rolling. So let's get out of the driveway and head up the road. I want you to see what's flashing on the dashboard. You see we're in slip start, okay? I don't want you to forget that. And I want you to look over here now. And I'm in that cruise control thing again. I'm not sure what that is, but it's, I don't even have my foot on the accelerator. And it's driving along here. It's slowing down now. Fine, we'll take it up the road and you can see it's still flashing, isn't it? And I can feel it pulling on the car. So we're not going to go too fast because I know it's still doing its thing. And yes, we're driving down the road. Slip start is enabled. can hear, listen. You can hear the, what I call the pop-off valve of the ABS here as it modulates that brake. Get my hand out of the way, sorry. And we're still getting slip start indication there, flashing, indicating that there is a problem detected by the car. One of you indicated that this is a flaw. This is not a flaw. This is the way the car is designed. It's all about making sure that the car is working properly or keeping you safe in the process. It thinks that there's something matter with that back right wheel, and to adjust the left rear wheel, it applies the brake. I can feel it there now. When that comes on, it hits the brake. Yep, slip start still being shown here. Yeah, you can hear that? That's the traction control here, pumping that brake. I'll try to get in here without burning things up. All right, I'll see you back inside. Hear that? Yep. All right, and I can feel the brake here on the pedal in the car. All right, let's get inside. All right, we are back in the garage after our test run. So remember, I turned on slip start like some of you suggested and what the instructions said for a Model 3. Yes, this is a Model Y. So let's take a look. Already I can feel the heat. So let's see what this has to say here on the FLIR. Ooh, doggies. This is warm. Look at the brake. The caliper's not hot yet because the friction happens here. So let's get this in here and let's look where the hottest part is. Look at that. 133 degrees Fahrenheit, 134 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's do the other test. Let's turn off the FLIR and we'll use my finger. All right, so let's see if it's hot. Put a little spit on it and listen. Ow. Try it again just in case not. Here goes. Yep, I would say the disc is really hot. Okay, well there you have it. I retested this experiment with the Maxxis tire, and it's simply a differential between the size of this tire and the stock tires. Now what do I mean by that? The car, I think, in circumference doesn't necessarily care if you put a brand new set of tires here on the car and they've got maybe ½ inch of rubber, and you drive like heck for 30 or 40,000 miles and you wear those babies down to the warning mark where you have to replace it. Traction control is not going to activate even though the circumference is much smaller. But what I discovered, and perhaps this is really the takeaway, is that the traction control measures the rolling circumference of each wheel. Yes, it measures, I'm guessing, I don't know for sure, it's measuring the distance this tire rolls compared to the rolling distance the other tires are doing. It obviously, through its sensors in the car, can tell that this particular tire is rolling less distance than the rest of the tires. And that activates the traction control, trying to keep the other side wheel up to speed because this diameter is making this side spin faster. And I think that's it. Once this car determines that the tire is not rotating at the same speed as the other three, it shows up an error on the dashboard and tries to compensate with the traction control by applying brakes to this tire and the differential, which makes the other tire provide more power to the road, taking off less work for this tire to be pushing the car forward. So I think it's in design. I think the guys designed it that way. Yeah, it's inconvenient, I give you that. But I think in the end, the spare needs to be the minimum diameter with the minimum circumference to keep the car happy. Modern Spare was proactive. They did their testing. They asked me to do testing. I did testing for them, and I fed back that information in my video. And I think if you think about it a little bit, I tested it, you don't have to. So the bottom line is, check your spare. If you have any of the other tires other than this Maxxis tire, I think I would be just fine because those other tires have a larger circumference and it does not trick the traction control into thinking there's a fault. So now we know. Slip start doesn't do it. I know the instructions say it's not the case. Slip start will not save your bacon. It didn't mine. I've tested it now, and the only really sure way to do it is make sure that the spare is the proper circumference. I appreciate you watching. I hope you learned something, and I'm glad that some of you brought some questions about the slip start. I didn't test it, and now I have, and I think we all know. If you like this video, go ahead and click the like. Click subscribe, and don't forget to click the bell icon to not miss any of my videos going forward. If you'd like to buy yourself a Tesla, the referral link shown here at the bottom of the screen gets you 1,000 miles or 1,500 kilometers of free supercharging when you order your car. Thank you for watching. I'll look for you in the next one, and take care.